Lester's wife, Kimberly, and my husband went to grade school together. They went all through grade school and high school together. And Kimberly goes off and marries this guy, Lester Standiford. And at some point, she's thinking, as we've all come back to town, Lester needs somebody, I don't know, a little artsy. Let me see, let's hook up with Ellen and Susie. So we do. And they are young parents, and we're not getting to the parents part yet ourselves, but Lester and I just immediately hit it off. And I'm a huge fan of his novels and his creative writing classes. I've sent numerous people to Lester, but Lester is a huge fan of my uncle's books. Huge, my late uncle's books, and often he or Mitchell Kaplan get some sort of a query. Where's whatever happened to Douglas Fairbairn, and how do we find anybody? So Lester, over the years, had sent different production companies, looking for me to find my aunt to get a project going. And, she's now 82. My uncle died. Oh, gosh, my uncle died in 1997 after having been diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's for 13 years. So he really, his books were so ahead of their time in so many ways. And I did pattern my writing career on him, which was, this is where we live and let's write about this place. And at any rate, there's a book that he wrote, which actually wasn't set in Miami, but it's called Shoot. And Electric Entertainment has now picked up the option for like the 7th year to make a film out of this book. And it had been made before. It had been made, or to remake it. It had been made before with Cliff Robertson and I can't remember. But anyway, if you look it up, Shoot by Douglas Fairbairn. It's about shooting. It's about communities and guns and hunting, and he wrote it, in the 70s. So it has a back from Vietnam kind of quality to it. And at the time, Lester said, "Suze, this is such a fabulous book," and it was a good movie. But I feel like the times are going to catch up to this book, and here we are. He wrote another book called Street 8 because the publisher wouldn't let him call it Calle Ocho because he didn't know what Calle Ocho was. So it's called Street 8. And that's another project that Lester keeps, if anybody calls, or Mitchell says, anybody calls, we're going to pick some of those things up. But so Lester's a dear friend. He's a dear, dear friend.